What's up, weirdos? What's going on, guys? Woo, what is happening? Man, sweating up a storm over here. This cold, this flu, whatever has me just when you're so super sick and you're just sweating? That's yeah. I hate that. I hate that. What's going on, guys? What's going on? What's going down? We got some super chats. You'll be busy while I be while I be getting ready here. EZ, oh, throws a curveball. What's going on, EZ? Too quick twice. he got you. He got you both, guys. He got you both. Shane, take that, you boy, and amazing coins. Well played, guys. Well played. Well played. Beat the regulars to it. Eddie, thank you so much for all you do, sir. Blessings. Eddie, thank you so much, man. I love looking at that little toe picture every day. Every day, buddy. How you doing, man? Thank you guys so much for the support. It means everything. It really, really does, guys. What do we have in the chat? WF Capital, did you see that move on Zebik on the KuCoin chart? Yeah, that's what the poll is for in the chat, brother. Put up a poll there. Everybody take a look. Take a vote. Cast your vote. What was the cause of the 200? It was probably just a glitch or a glimpse into the future. Well played, EZ. Well played, my friend. Jay Joy. I don't know why I see Jay every time I see that. Good evening. Hope everyone is relaxing. Don't forget to like this video if you're feeling the vibes. Oh, absolutely, man. Get those vibes going. EZ snuck one in front of me by seconds. Damn you, slow thumbs. He shoots, he scores. There you go, man. No message for the win. Absolutely. That's how he did it. He didn't put a message in there. Guys, make sure you hit the like and subscribe to the channel. Helps the channel grow. Doesn't cost you a damn thing, and it would be greatly appreciated by yours truly. So go ahead and get that done. Go ahead and get that done. Oh, I'm here. I'm sick to death, and I'm still here. So give me a like and a subscribe for that. Dave, what's up, buddy? Zebek is starting to wake up. Yeah, it's still up 14% on the day, guys. Zebek is starting to maybe have its move. It did reach some resistance, but it's above that. Here's the thing, though, guys. It may continue. Zebek's move may continue because, as you can see here, we did close above resistance, and now we've turned it into support at the 20101. So we're now above that. So can we make our way up to this next potential level of resistance at 20149, right? It's not a massive, it's not like a super significant level, but it could give us a little bit of resistance, right? Could give us a little bit of resistance. And if it doesn't, I think our next stop, honestly, over the next couple days, maybe, I don't know, maybe we could pump over the weekend. Maybe. It's going to be a hard sell, though, because, it is Easter weekend, so we'll see. But next move up for me is this 2014 level would be next. So those are my targets. Jared, what's up, buddy? Pump on Zebek was nice. Would have been cooler if it kept going. Glad to see Zebek finally getting some attention it deserves. Yes, absolutely. It is always weird when projects price glitch like that on a project. Like, why does that happen? I'm curious to know, why does that happen on specific projects? Is something big happening with Zebek? Are they getting ready to do something big? Like, it's weird. It's really weird. Matt, what's up, buddy? There she is, Gamma Goddess in the house. Jigglypuff. Let's get this money. Yes, Lily is on time. Good to see you, Lily. As always, good to see you. I voted glitch too. Yeah, probably a glitch. Leo, what's up, buddy? Mr. T News. Yes. We do have some news to get into. Wow, we're caught up in the chat already. Well, here we go. Let's get into it. Let's have a look at Bitcoin first, and then we'll get into the news. All right, so Bitcoin closed just a hair below 85. which is good. I mean, we're sitting at 85 right now. We're a little over 85. We just continue to test this sell wall, guys, and we keep chipping away at it. I think we got to be getting close to that. Something's going to happen here, guys. Okay, either we're going to get a violent rejection off of here, like we did back here, or we're going to snap through this sell wall. We're going to wear it down enough to snap through it very, very soon. It's going to be hard to say because of the timing. The timing sucks, because I think that this weekend there's not going to be, a whole bunch of volume in the market this weekend. I wouldn't think so. The timing of this sucks for a potential breakout, but it doesn't mean that it can't happen. We've had breakouts on Bitcoin plenty of times on the weekend. The problem with that, though, is that it would create a CME gap down at this level, right? And we don't want that. So kind of a double-edged sword, right? Either way, it'd be interesting to see how it goes. As we continue to track the M2, there we go. Still tracking nicely here. Still tracking nicely. Crypto David, time is money. Waiting on the pump. There we go. All right. So a couple of things to get into first. Let's get into the Mr. T article here first. All right. So Mr. T says China has reached out for trade deals. Mr. T said on Thursday that China has reached out for trade talks. Mr. T signaled that he is reluctant to impose further tariffs on China because doing so would delay a trade deal. Speaking to reporters in the Oval Office, the president said people he regards as direct envoys to Chinese leader reached out a number of times. In recent days, I have a very good relationship with the president of China. I'm not saying his name for obvious reasons. We just got the channel back from being shadow banned. I'm not going into saying their names. And I think it's going to continue, Mr. T said. Asked if the Chinese president himself had called, Mr. T replied, well, the same. I viewed it very similar. It would be top levels of China. Mr. T's comments come after months of raising import duties that have pushed U.S. taxes on Chinese goods to a combined 145% and prompted Beijing to retaliate with tariffs of 125%. The trading war has halted commerce between the world's two largest economies and complicated a separate effort to force BitDance Ltd to divest TikTok's American operations. On Thursday, the president suggested for the first time that further tariff hikes could backfire. Quote, at a certain point, I don't want them to go higher because at a certain point you make it where people don't buy, he said. So I may not want to go higher, or I may want to even go up to that level. I may want to go less because, you want people to buy. That was an exact quote, by the way. Both capitals have insisted that the other side make the next move. Even so, Mr. T sounded upbeat about the chances of linking a wider trade deal with a TikTok deal. Quote, well, we have a deal with TikTok. We have a deal for TikTok, but it'll be subject to China. So we'll just delay the deal till this thing works out, he said. He argued that selling TikTok's U.S. assets to some of the best companies in the world would satisfy American security worries and still benefit Beijing. I think it's a good deal for China, he said. TikTok is good for China. And I think they'd like to see us do a deal, especially the deal that we have pretty much done. So they have a deal pretty much done already for TikTok. When asked about whether tariff relief might be offered if China accepts the divestiture plan, the president answered that nothing was off the table. It's natural. If we're making a deal, I guess we'll spend 5 minutes to talk about TikTok. It wouldn't take very long, he said. I thought that TikTok was banned in China, isn't it? Mr. T declined to describe any timetable for new talks or for easing duties. He also avoided saying whether he and the president of China had spoken directly, stressing instead that any overture from Beijing would reflect on the Chinese president's personal approval. If you knew him, you would know that if they reach out, he knew exactly, Mr. T said. He knew everything about it. So basically, they're not going to, it doesn't have to be the president of China reaching out because of the way that their government is structured. They're not going to reach out to the U.S. Administration without every single word basically being approved, right? So we could be close to a deal here with China. Very nice, very nice. Lifting weights and listening to Rob all the way around, making them gains. That's how it's done, brother. Big things popping, little things stopping. Let's get it. Let's go. All right, what else do we have? Oh, we got a quick little video here from Pompliano. It says the government keeps taking in more tax revenue, yet the national debt has doubled over the last decade.
You've probably heard people yell, tax the rich or pay your fair share. These marketing slogans are aimed at gathering populist support to take way more money from the most successful people in our society. But it completely ignores the truth about taxes and government spending. The real story is that the government can take as much money from citizens as it pleases. They're never going to be able to stop spending more than they take in. You don't believe me? Take a look at this data from Charlie Bolello. Charlie writes that over the last 10 years, the U.S. federal government tax revenue, it increased 60%. They took in 60% more money to nearly $5 trillion. But government spending, that increased 95% to over $7 trillion. So what was the result? A doubling in the U.S. national debt from $18 trillion to $36 trillion. Again, we don't have a revenue problem. The United States of America has a spending problem, and our national debt problem is not going away unless we can cut spending. So we better all hope that DOGE is able to pull off the impossible. The government keeps taking in more and more and more tax revenue every single year. It doesn't matter how much money they take from you or they take from the billionaires. The government has a spending problem. And until we get spending under control, that problem is not going away.
It sounds like my wife. The more you give her, that's exactly how much she needs. He's absolutely right, guys. Until they limit how much money they're taking from the citizens, they're not going to limit how much money they're spending. It's really just that simple, right? So yeah. That was a weird little leg. Guys, quick shout out to the channel sponsor, Decent Self-Custody Wallets. Biometric authentication cold wallet. Get yourselves one today, guys. I have 5 of them myself. Do not keep your crypto on exchanges. It's not safe. You can get hacked at any moment. Imagine waking up and your wallet is drained. Your account is drained. And you would have no one to blame but yourself for not taking the proper security measures. Not your keys, not your coins. Hold your own crypto in a safe cold storage wallet. All right, what else do we have here? Check this out. Boom. Treasury head warns against removing Fed Chair Powell. Bessent issues stark warning on Powell's position. In a strong statement, U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, I can never pronounce his name properly, Bessent, anyway, has warned that removing Federal Reserve Jerome Powell would rattle markets, potentially triggering widespread volatility. His comments came amid growing political speculation about leadership changes in the Fed. He stressed the importance of maintaining stability at the top of the central bank, especially during a period marked by inflation concerns, shifting interest rates, and uncertain economic growth. The markets need certainty, he stated. Any move to oust Powell could shake investor confidence when consistency is more important than ever. Yeah, consistency. I want you to consistently cut those rates and consistently print those dollar bills, y'all. That's what I want consistency in. Chris Powell, or Chris, Chris Powell, what the hell? Chair Powell, Chris Powell, has been a central figure in navigating the U.S. economy through the situation, the event that shut the world down for 2 years, inflation surges, and the evolving interest rate landscape. His policy direction, marked by steady but firm rate hikes, has been crucial in anchoring expectations in both traditional and crypto markets. Removing him could introduce a new wave of policy uncertainty, unsettling investors, institutions, and global partners who have come to rely on Powell's measured approach. With inflation still in focus and a soft landing not yet guaranteed, the continuity of leadership at the Federal Reserve is seen as vital by many analysts and market participants. What do you guys think? Do you think that shaking up the head of the Federal Reserve would crash markets? Let me know. I don't know. That's a good question. I don't personally think so, but I mean, I could be wrong, right? Market reaction and political implications. The warning from Bassinet adds political weight to ongoing debates about the Fed's independence. While it's not unusual for administrations to disagree with central bank strategies, direct leadership changes are rare and risky. Traders and financial institutions will be watching closely for any developments. Should Powell's position come under threat, expect a strong reaction across equities, bonds, and even digital assets, as uncertainty often drives volatility. I don't think that Mr. T's endgame is actually to get rid of Powell. I really don't. I think he's just applying pressure to get what he wants. That's all I think it is, right? So yeah. What else do we have? Elizabeth Warren. Elizabeth Warren, if Chairman Powell can be fired by the president of the United States, it will crash the markets in the United States. Oh, Elizabeth.
But I really want to make a pitch here for a second about the importance of Powell staying in his job.
Me, Elizabeth.
And it's unusual coming from you. You're very critical of him.
I have tangled with him on a regular basis about both regulations and interest rates. But understand this. If Chairman Powell can be fired by the President of the United States, it will crash the markets in the United States. The infrastructure that keeps this stock market strong, and therefore a big part of our economy strong, and therefore a big part of the world economy strong, is the idea that the big pieces move independent of the politics, that somebody is making his, their, her best decisions economically and independently. We understand that if the New York Stock Exchange, if interest rates in the United States are subject to a president who just wants to wave his magic wand, this doesn't distinguish us then from any other two-bit dictatorship around the world where everyone knows what your big investment risk is. Will that dictator wake up in the morning and have a tummy ache and decide to cause this problem or favor that friend? I
get tummy aches every morning and I decide to cause problems for friends. Absolutely. That's what stomach aches do.
That's why we need to strengthen the infrastructure.
But I know.
Oh, Elizabeth Warren, go home. You're drunk. What else do we have? Dave, I believe China has a different version, man, no garbage, that's for us. Appreciate these evening live streams, Rob, listening while driving to work. Nice. Leslie, honestly, I want this bull run to be over so I can stack Jasmine super cheap and get over 100K next run. I need a house. There you go. Yeah, hey, a lot of us actually, what we're doing over on the Patreon, guys, is once the bear market hits here, we're going to be starting from scratch a fresh portfolio together as a community over there. A lot of people over there, thousands of them are brand new to crypto. And we're going to start a fresh portfolio together, and we're going to go through this entire bear market together, guys, accumulating phenomenal projects, teaching everyone how to do research, how to find gems and stuff. It's going to be a fan. I'm looking more forward to that, to be honest with you. It's going to be a lot of fun because I get to see the looks on everybody's faces when they build a portfolio from scratch all the way from the bottom of the bear market and see what the results are at the top. Because I get asked by new people all the time, can I really make, you know, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars in this asset class, or is it all just a pipe dream? You will see, my friend. You will see. Come on over to the Patreon, guys, and be a part of what we're going to do over there. It's going to be very, very special. Jonathan, most will only start FOMO buying Mankey when it's $1 billion market cap. Okay. In 2024, NHL playoffs started 3 days after regular season ended. Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, it's happening this time too. The last game is tonight, isn't it? I think the last game is tonight. I think the Leafs are playing right now. And then, like, the Leafs and Detroit are playing. So it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And then the first game of the NHL playoffs is Sunday, I think. Right? Might be Saturday for some teams, but the Leafs and Ottawa start playing on Sunday, I think. So that's 3 days. If Powell gets fired, we're going green. I hope so, Lily. I hope so. The Native American senator to retire and leave us alone. Yeah. Elizabeth Warren and all those Dems are fighting like hell to keep their jobs. The jig is up. Most people see them for the waste of money that they are. I agree. I agree. I know I'll be sick. I know I'll be sticking around for the bear market. Matt, we're going to have some fun, buddy, building these fresh portfolios. Holy smokes, man. Holy smokes. All right, what do we got? Bitcoin perpetual futures dominates Coinbase's trading volume. Coinbase International Exchange reported a significant milestone, processing approximately $100 billion in Bitcoin perpetual futures trading volume over the past week, solidifying its dominance in their market segment. This achievement underscores Bitcoin's status as a potential hedge against market volatility, a role often associated with traditional gold amidst fluctuating global economic conditions. Coinbase International Exchange, under the leadership of CEO Brian Armstrong and VP Greg Tussar, has leveraged Bitcoin's perception as a safe haven during economic instability. The uptick coincides with global uncertainties, translating into elevated interest in perpetual futures. Now, the exchange's most traded asset. The market has witnessed significant shifts, with Bitcoin's perpetual futures taking precedence over other trading segments at Coinbase International. The move towards derivatives underscores the expansive trajectory global exchanges are embracing, which involves enhanced trading mechanisms and innovative financial instruments. The recent trading surge is linked to heightened market anxieties stemming from tariff concerns, which initially triggered a significant drop in the S&P 500. However, Bitcoin has shown resilience compared to traditional equities, reinforcing its digital gold narrative. Experts, including CZ of Binance, highlighted strategic competitiveness in the perpetual futures market. CZ remarked on Binance's continued evolution and market listing dynamics by stating, quote, "No one applied for this. Focus on building. Listings come naturally." Sure, CZ. Whatever you say, Binance. Bitcoin's strong market position reflects in the largest and latest figures. Did you know the surge in Bitcoin perpetual futures volume at Coinbase mirrors historical trends, where heightened market uncertainty boosts assets' perceived value? A similar pattern was observed during the March 2020 crash, when both gold and Bitcoin witnessed increased demand. Very, very interesting. Speaking of which, let's go have a look at some of the other asset classes and see what's going on. William, what's up, buddy? I was wondering where you were at. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Elizabeth Warren and all those Dems fighting. Yeah, we already read that. Magic Power in the house. What's going on, man? Leaf Stink Bruins are just loading up for next year. Start sobbing. Yeah. What do we have here? All right, let's have a look at let's look at the S&P 500. I just want to have a look at some of the other asset classes and see how they are measuring up. The S&P 500 is still kind of looking choppy here, still looking kind of, a little bit of a dead cat bounce, and it's coming back down again. Not a bad time to be looking at certain stocks, guys. Stuff like Nvidia, for example. Yeah, kind of going sideways here, but they've been taking quite a hit lately. Let's check out gold. Look at gold go. Holy smokes. Gold's on a tear. Look at that. Nice. What silver? I want silver to dump because I want to go pick up some maples, baby. Yeah, it's recovering. Damn it. Gold and silver recovering. So I think that a lot of people are storing their money in gold and silver over this long weekend, guys. I think that's where a lot of the liquidity is starting to flow into, because there's going to be low volume until Tuesday, right? So I think a lot of people are fleeing into gold and silver right now. Interesting. Look at the dollar. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. We want to see the dollar come down inside of this box here. The reason for that, guys, is because in the last parabolic part of the last bull run, back here, right? Look where the dollar was, right inside this range here when Bitcoin and altcoins went parabolic. And then at the end of it, this is where Bitcoin and the altcoins are going into a bear market, and the dollar shot up, right? So this was altcoin season. This was the parabolic part of the bull run right here. All of this here, right? And so look how close we are. We're coming back down to it right now. So kind of watching for that as well. That'll be one of your signals when the dollar gets down in that range to see Bitcoins really start to go. What's Bitcoin dominance look like right now? Look at that. It's soaring right now. Jeez. Bitcoin dominance ain't messing around. Yeah, look at that. 64%, guys. 64%. It's like that's like its all-time high, right? Well, from this market cycle anyways. It's at a high almost. Well, it wicked up here, but this was on a wick. This is full body candles, guys, up at 64. That's super good, man. That's what we want to see. We want to see it get up around that 68, 70, 75. I would love to see it get up there. That would be a good signal too. That would be a good signal that we're starting to get ready for the altcoin season, because then it's going to crash. Altcoins are going to run. It's going to be a good time, guys. It's going to be a good time. What about the total 2? Yeah, see, look at the total 2 down, beaten down. Total 2 is the market cap of basically all the altcoins, everything except for Bitcoin. So very nice, very nice. Milk Money, good evening. Checking in from Colorado. Nice, nice, nice. Always grateful for the updates. Hey, I got you, man. I got you. All right, so let's go back and look at Zbek's chart again. Yeah, she's climbing, guys. She's trying to climb. She's up. She's back up to 15.7% up on the day. So we'll see. We'll keep an eye on it. But I got to get ready to do some one-on-one coaching calls, guys, over on the Patreon. If you want to get your spots booked in, get over there. The link is down below. It's in the chat. It's in the pinned comments. It's in the description of the video. Check it out, guys. Book your one-on-one coaching calls. Let's sit down. Let's have a conversation. Let's get you pointed in the right direction for this altcoin season. Also, once again, check out our link for the Decent Self-Custody Wallet. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. I will see you guys tomorrow. God bless.